What's going down, Commander? I hope everyone's doing fine today. I'm going to give you as many shout-outs as I possibly can. I think I've refreshed the chat. Oh, no, I'm all the way up to the top. No worries. The real Mikey, welcome, brother. Will is part of me panel tonight. I'm going to belch. Excuse me. And he's also a goat. Lewis, the man with the likes, I appreciate what you're doing on the side chat. Brandy is also a goat, or Jinx, as she's likes to be called now. Welcome, sweetheart. And she's part of the panel, and she's a goat. Mac as well. Welcome, brother. Where am I? Paul or Testicles, welcome, bro. Nice to see you in the chat again. Rainy Bow is part of my panel tonight, and also lots of goats are part of my panel. I don't know why that is, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Davey as well, welcome, brother. Baz as always. Hawks, nice to see your name there. Joseph, welcome, bro. Armageddon as always. Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin, aka Manny, welcome, guys. Cassius, welcome, brother. WC Thunder, the man with a plan. I appreciate what you do on the side chat when the events are on. I think that's about. Oh no, there's a few more. Albert, also a goat. Appreciate you, mate. Paul M, even, and Pascal. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming along. Right, on the panel tonight we've got Rainy Bow, Smash, Will, Lycanthorpe, and Jinx. Guys, if you want to unmute and say hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Evening. Eagles!
You wanted to know about the goat thing? It's because we're bad.
Yeah, it's the, you know what I'm like. Jenny's also there. Jenny's also, I think, a Reggie now as well as a goat.
Yes.
Welcome, Generator. Raider as well. There's someone else. I've missed them and I don't know who. I can't see it. I can't see his name now. Maybe I've got it wrong. How are we all doing, guys? We all good?
Good. I'm happy
marvelous.
to finally be back on the shows again.
I've got the lurgy, but I'll try not to breathe into the mic, then you won't catch it.
It's hot.
Yeah, I don't want no lurgies over here, thank you. Well, I do want to
Just breathe in the mic,
discuss
though.
the previous event, Warpath. I don't think anyone's got anything bad to say about that. I would like to know what
Nah.
some of you guys on the side chat think about Warpath. Did you enjoy it? Did you even bother doing it? Didn't you? It's entirely up to you how you answer that question, but I'm going to go through each one of my panel and they're going to tell us a little bit about how they enjoyed it, how they didn't enjoy it, and etc. etc. So I'm going to start top to bottom tonight, and it'll be you first. Rainy Bow, please.
Yep, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, perfect for me.
It was good not to be fucking feeling like we had to grind for fucking 6 hours a day,
Yeah.
was it not?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
enough
really
make
good.
a
Yeah,
big difference.
yeah.
Animal.
Because we're not getting so many as well now. I'm really enjoying it.
Once a month,
and the
we
new
need
air did
Warpath.
help.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Rotate it in and out with the retaliation. What did they change the name of that event to?
Strike Ops.
Strike Ops.
Retardation works. That works, so I like that.
No, but they
Strike.
changed it, and then we changed it to, what did we change it to? Shit Ops.
Strike. Or
Yeah,
shit Ops.
shit up.
Shit Ops.
Oh, we're all going on strike.
Yeah.
How you doing, Animal?
Not too bad. Very sleepy all the time.
You what?
Very sleepy. Just keep going back to bed all the time.
He just waking
Yeah.
up.
Well, today I've
It's all
started
them
feeling
Palace
better.
fans shouting.
I will ask you,
Mate.
Animal, before I move on. How did you find Warpath? Did you do it?
Yeah, I got over, I think it was 11,000 or 12 of this. I got it just like in the dying hours, and they took like 500, and then again another freaking 500. But luckily I had enough points to thingy. I don't really do PvP that much, do I? So this is just, I just went around it in fucking 0-0s with no tags. And as I stay clear of any that have got like things go, even if they're 0-0. If they've got anything building, growing, like they've got the little notes above them, I leave them alone, because they're like they're active. We don't want to frighten away active players. We need as many as we can. So I just, anything that just looks dead, then I eat it. And you don't get as many points as it in the big bases, like you guys do. But if you do enough, you still get over the 10,000. Like, so I just did that, and
You know what they say. He's looking to go to heaven, and what the old saying goes: all dogs go to heaven.
oh, I ain't going fucking heaven, mate. No chance.
So you enjoyed it, yeah?
No, not really.
Oh,
We're going to have to
It's,
drag you into this one night and just get you PvP in a little bit, and so you can enjoy yourself, find out what's what.
I'm still not like 100% on what I'm fucking doing. Just like I used to just drop the fucking what do you call it in there, the ones before these Onis, whatever it was, and just let them scour across the fucking base or whatever.
The Unis has made PvP so much easier.
I've got it's the only thing that annoys me is they don't hit fucking air, and neither do the other things
Yeah.
as well. Saying that, so you still got to bring sand like grounds to fucking take
Yeah,
out all the floaters. And a lot of people have swapped to floaters now, like just because of the Onis, isn't they?
Yeah, but it's part and parcel. I think this is my biggest worry is Kixeye talking about an anti-air unit. We will be talking about that a bit later. But is there any point us getting this new Yamato unit? If
That's
you know,
what I was
he's
Why
the hero.
get it when they're going to nerf the fucking Oni?
they're not nerfing them. They're going to bring out an anti-air unit to please the base defenders, the people that sit there and think it shows the
So then
size
they're
of their
going to
cock.
bring out the hero, and we ain't going to be able to prosper with it for no period of time.
I don't understand. Who is it? They say that people have been complaining about getting like walked over. Well, it's
There's a
all
lot.
part and parcel. It's like what the fun is that they brought back PvP. Why can't they do the same thing? Why can't they just go into a base and fucking fly their own thing, flatten it?
A lot of these guys don't do PvP. They farm ults up or minis up, so they've got loads of infamy, and then they sit there and they wait for people to hit them.
I think
it's pretty easy to do.
I think it's the scripters that are fucking complaining because they've lost their advantage.
Exactly.
And like this is, they've made the level playing field for the normal player, so they all start bitching and they just thingy step in and go, okay, we'll fix it. But there's nothing to fix. Everyone's enjoying themselves at the moment. Let it play out until.
Yeah, but it's not true, is it? Because there is people complaining. You know, although I've come across one. I called him a big crybaby this morning on the Discord.
It's an ongoing thing for like long time in games. And I'm going back to the old not War Commander, the fucking Command and Conquer, and I think it was Red Alert 2. I think it was Red Alert 2, right? You used to, I mean, in all of them, you used to walk the base. You put power supply.
You cut out, animal. And you didn't let me finish my beer before you did cut out.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I think I must have had my finger on the button too long.
You say that whenever you go to the toilet, hon.
Right, yeah. Command and Conquer, I think it was Red Alert 2. And when you used to play, whether it was just against the computer or online, you walked the base. It was part of the game. You'd outsource your base into different areas, and like instead of just sending out the little like new CC built tanks that you could have that you could build off, and everyone kept complaining about it. Right, apparently. So they changed it so you couldn't build off of certain buildings now. So you can't build off of a power supply, you can't build off of a barracks or a war factory, and it actually broke the game because their missions that they put on the disc when you buy it, one of them you had to like one of the missions like you had to strategically put a power supply in the only space available that it let you put it in to build the other side of the wall. And because they stopped you from building off that power supply, you couldn't advance on that mission anymore. They broke that mission by catering to the fucking whiners.
That's Kixeye 101 though. It's run for the hills. Look, guys, we've all complained about X unit, Y unit in the past. I'm not going to pretend we haven't. But Kixeye have got the numbers. They must be seeing the numbers that are playing the game, especially the guys that grinded out last. Was it the last sector breach? We got the Unis. So the players that actually went out their way to get the Unis, and the players that probably didn't hit any as much anymore. Kixeye have got the numbers. They've got all the figures that the players that are playing PvP. They've got the numbers that are players that are coming back because they've managed to get themselves some Unis. I don't get why they would try to. I'm hoping they don't nerf the shit out of them. I understand that there needs to be a little bit of give, but not to the point where they're no good anymore.
Well, they broke their own system after like these things, sector breaches or whatever it was called. After a month or maybe less than that, they used to put the units in the gear store,
and they're not doing that.
So anyone who didn't do the actual sector breach still had a chance to get the bloody things. And that if they would have done that with their tech and their upgrade tokens, the people who didn't get them in the event would have then been getting them bit by bit with medals or whatever, blood thaws, and then they would have joined in the fun. But because they've changed their system and haven't updated the gear store with any fucking legendary units for I don't know how long, it's fucked it all up.
It is what it is at this point, and the thing is, this game, there's very little joy to be taken out of this game. 90% of the game, we're sat there grinding away, doing events. Every weekend, almost every weekend of every month, we're doing an event. So when Kixeye do drop something that's fun, why are they so quick to fucking nullify it and make it so it's no longer enjoyable?
For
a long time, it seems like they don't want us to have fun with the broken shit and the way they change the units, nerf the good ones, and fucking change shit on the fly when it suits them, and make us wait weeks, 2 weeks before they fix something. And it's like fucking, well, hold on, it's a game. First and foremost, it's a fucking game. Even if it means like that they've got to make money off of it, because that's their livelihood, but they're making a game. Do they not understand if people are having fun, they will spend? It's just like
someone else's fun. Someone else's fun is someone else's bad time.
I just don't understand the mentality.
There is
with
people
it. I really
complaining
don't.
about the unis. There's a lot of people complaining about the unis.
Then maybe they shouldn't be playing a war game.
Right.
You know, I'm
Well,
not
we've got
one
a couple of
person.
That's
scores,
why we
by the
play
way.
this game.
You-
That's why we come to this game, because it was a PvP game.
Right, hang on,
That's
I'm
what
hold you
we
there.
do.
I'm going to let Will go over some of these scores that they give us.
Yeah, we've got a couple of scores. Mr. Lewis, or Mr. Likes, gave it a 5. Cassius 05 gave it a 6. Paul Marland gave it an 8. Some person called Rainy Bow, 69. I don't know what's going on in that person's head, but oh well, whatever. And yeah, there is a CU next Tuesday person who gave it a 10. I haven't got a score yet from Manny, but he probably missed the bit where I asked for it. And that's the scores on the door so far.
Thank you very much. Right, yeah.
Giving it a score, I'd probably give it a 4 or 5. It was okay. It was doable. Nothing special. Nothing.
Yeah,
I know
because you didn't
guys.
get stuck into it. If
I
you got
know,
stuck into it and you went out
bothered.
and just hit one base where it had a bit of infamy on it and it had a few
I
units in it.
was listening to you guys, and you was getting somewhere, and then the ones who arrived like not even fucking 5 minutes after you said, "No, you've done all the bases already." So I'd be following around like a lost sheep, fucking picking up your scraps, wouldn't I? Anyway, who was next? I was your Rainy Bow, then me, then Smashy's next.
Yeah, go on. Whoever's
Smash.
next.
Okay. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great, and I think they need to do away with the redemption and make it fucking holdout. I think that's what we need to propose, and I think that's what Kixeye needs to do. This brought out more players playing than any time I have ever seen. We had people hitting that hadn't hit in God knows how long, and they enjoyed it. They had fun. And that's what it was about. It's about having fun in the game. We go through so much depression in this game. It's about time we had a good time. And if Kixeye wants to criticize us for having a good time, and if they can't see where it took it on the Warpath, then they're blind. That's all I can say. But I think the Warpath was a hell of a treat, and I think that it should happen a hell of a lot more. And I don't even care if there ain't no rewards in it. So what if it's Blood Thor? I didn't think about none of that. I put my boost on, and for 6 hours straight, I went hitting live bases, every one of them. I didn't quit until I was over 6,000 infamy. And I had the most amazing time.
Exactly, and that's what the game's all about. When I don't get Kixeye, I just don't understand their logic. It's like, oh, these guys are having fun. We need to put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, jump on the bandwagon. Let's go. Let's make every week Warpath. That's fine with me. you know. But I mean, come on. You actually gave us something that we enjoyed. And now you're going to mess with the Onis, and now we're going to get the hero
they're
for
not
the
going to mess.
Oni.
They're not going to mess with the Unis. What they are going to do
Oh,
is they're going to make it so there's a counter to the Unis as such. They're not. The Unis ain't getting nerfed. They're going to introduce a unit that can combat the Unis or combat what they said is combat air.
It's what I call an indirect nerf, and they make something else stronger to make that good unit shit.
If you look back at any war, right? Any war, go to World War One or World War Two when the Germans introduced the mustard gas, and everyone started then carrying gas masks. That was a nerf to gas. If you look at bows and arrows, and then they introduced catapults, that was a nerf to bows and arrows. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
In war, that's what happens. There's technology improves, and then there's a counter to the problem. There's a solution to the problem. But I think Kixeye are rushing. I think they're rushing too quick. We've only had the Unis in our hands for just a little over a month. I think they need to slow the roll down. Let the players have a little bit of fun, and in maybe not next month, the month after, introduce something that does kind of nullify what the Unis do.
Give the
And
players. Go on, sorry.
if you're going to complain about them hitting you like that, empty your fucking base.
Yeah.
Empty your base.
Give the
Go.
players that are doing the
Just go
complaining.
hit. Once you start hitting somebody, and once they start hitting you, if you just let that base sit there and not do anything to it, the lesser and lesser they get every time they hit you.
Yep.
So take your shit out. Then that way you ain't got to worry about repairing nothing or doing anything. And then take your happy little ass to another sector and just hit somebody. If you need help with tunes, come to our Discord. We'll help you out. It's no problem. But you know what? This is the only thing that's going to get this game back alive. And it has been alive for the last week. And that has been awesome.
They need to give these ones that are doing the complaining a chance to get the units, so they get a bit of fun out of them
That's
before
true.
they get nerfed.
I agree with that as well. Yes.
Even if they give a fucking a small handful away, 3, 4, 5 in a collection box, like when the sector breach starts, give them some of the fucking units. Just low level under. If they haven't got any at all, then give them a few. Don't have to give them to everybody, because most people have got them already. But it's just, I don't know how they'd work that out to give them some and not others. They've done it before. People get different offers, don't they? But yeah, they need a chance to fucking use these things and have a bit of fun themselves, rather than just putting the kibosh on fucking right from the word go, like a month in.
Yeah, I agree. And and by this time, they would have already given some of them units out. We've had them for almost a month now. But I agree with you totally, Animal. They ought to make it a fair playing table for everyone. And that's where they've lost touch with the game, is because they haven't done that. And they've just totally destroyed the new player. And that's the way I see it anyway.
I just want to, King Raider, whatever your fucking name is, the video of the alpha guy that hit my base, basically I called him a cheat because he missiled a cloak detonator, you fucking idiot. There was no units near the detonator. He knew exactly where to drop that missile. It wasn't in the center of the base either. I moved the detonator to one of the corners, and he knew exactly where to drop that missile. So before you say I call people out for being cheats when they're not, I don't call people out for being cheats when they're not. I call people out for being cheats when I see them use the fucking cheats. So stop fucking crying and move on with your happy little lives. Sorry, guys. Carry on.
Right, I'll give you my scores, but I'll do a couple more shout-outs with those who have done. Armageddon gave it an 8. Manny, I still get a rush attacking strong bases, gave it a 7. Hawks gave it an 8, so the scores are getting better, so it seems like people are actually enjoying Warpath. Paul Younger gave it a 9. Philip, sorry, I can't pronounce your surname, Skull Delaro, I believe, gave it a 9. Darren McCann gave it a 7. I believe that's all the scores. Yeah, that's all the scores now.
Right.
Sadly, I'm going to give it a 2, but that's my fault. It isn't to do with the game. We moved into a new sector. I didn't know who to hit, who not to hit. I stayed in the sector to make myself known. So I didn't actually participate too much with Warpath, but I did notice that they changed the payouts where you could hit a 0-0 and do a couple of them and you got paid out pretty well. Now it seems like you've got to do 20 of these basically farming bases, the dead bases, before you even got the first bar.
Are you talking about the Bloodsaw? Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah.
Where if you hit obviously someone who's already got infamy and all that, you got a better payout. But I didn't know who I could hit because we just moved into the sector. So for me, I'm not having a go at Warpath. It's just that I didn't participate because I didn't want to hit friendlies and upset the apple cart.
0-0s, man. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I just went 0-0s, and they were hitting most of them as well. So like, it was hard to find some that were actually not in bubbles already, but they can only they can only hit them twice.
In an active sector like we're in right now.
Oh god, yeah.
It's a race, and that's what it is. It's a race, and that's why people put, their tunes out in the middle of the map and things like that. Because right now we are in a wonderful sector, and it is great here, and we are loving it.
It's a race. It's a race. I hope I win.
I'll give up trying to race to
What it is. That's the way it is here. Everybody's hungry. Everybody wants it. And that's what makes this game so exciting again. And it's just great. The way everybody has reacted over this Warpath that we just had, it has just been amazing. And I hope it keeps going.
Slash. We're getting off track. It's not about sectors. It's not about clans. It's about...
No, it's not. But that's what they were saying.
Who?
Cassius, what we're trying to say is that bit to get your Bloodsaw down in the bottom, well, you used to be able to hit, say, even if you're a 53, you could hit a 48 and it would give you 180 points, and that would give you the first, possibly two of the 20,000 and the 40,000.
That should have been changed years ago.
I know, hang on, I'm just answering him because he's saying about they've turned the number up you need. On that to get the very first Bloodsaw, you needed 2,500 points. Not 180 or 360 or like, you know what I mean? It was 2,500 points to get the first Bloodsaw. That's what we were trying to say. It's not about we know about the levels, and depending on the level, it gets to a certain point, and then everything above that is 180. That's a 0-0 base. If you then start hitting them with points, then obviously it goes up. Someone took 500 and saying off of me and won it. So there is ways of getting way more. Of the points, like it's 0-0s only give a maximum of 180.
You only needed to get that many points to get one blood for, and then you got 12 hours before you needed to do it again. It's not no big deal.
Oh yeah, it just meant you had to hit 20 bases, 30 bases instead of just 2 or 3. That's all it was of the 0-0s.
Just doing, and I think Kixeye changed that midway through. That after the first day or so, maybe not even the first day, first couple of hours. I think Kixeye lowered that bar a little bit afterwards. So once you got that, the next hit would give you the blood diamond or the blood thorium, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've spent enough time. Unless anyone else wants to.
Jinxie, did Jinxie have her go?
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to say anything yet.
Go! It's not like a woman not wanting to speak. Come on, woman.
So I'm waiting for no, I enjoyed it.
There you go.
I didn't get above like 5 or 6K like everybody else did because I was involved in getting other stuff done. But I enjoy being back in the game. I enjoy the sector that we're in. I'm loving the sector that we're in, and it's making it easier to enjoy the Warpath because watching everybody enjoying it and not, being shit-faced and pissed off at each other. I mean, that's a completely different outcome to what we were in before. So it actually made it a lot better being in the sector that we're in. I mean, sometimes it depends on the sector, but it also depends on what you put into it. The only thing I don't like is the fact that Warpath needs to also involves units that you can put in your base to use as active response to like the new units. Yeah, that's the only thing that they need to do to improve it is to be able to put it in the base and not just last stand defends as well. That's all.
No.
Make it where we can
Fucking
defend.
leave it as that. I think Kixeye should within Warpath, every blood for him you get, you should get X amount of the latest unit as well. So for the guys that don't do Sector Breach, they could, every time that the blood for him come up, they could have picked up an Oni or picked up a Humvee along the way as they played through the you know, the little things that you get for your blood for
20. Yeah.
You know, you get the chest, you get 3 chests.
Yeah, 20,000
Every
medals,
12 hours,
40,000.
they could have picked up some Unis, some Humvees, whatever else. The next best unit is some
Good
Lancers.
idea.
And that way, it wouldn't make they wouldn't have to keep giving out these free gifts during Sector Breach because people that are new to the game just can't do it because they haven't got no legendaries.
Yeah, and it'll make more people play the event as well.
Exactly.
Because now they've got a goal to achieve.
And I've got one last thing I want to add. Whoever the genius at Kixeye was that made sure that everyone that was logged in got some infamy for nothing, you need to do that again because that made things so much easier. You give them, what was it,
Yep.
about 1,400, 1,200
don't say easier. They don't like the word easy, do they?
No, but it made it feel like when you, especially the first couple of days of a new PvP season, it was like fucking, you might as well just go out and hit 0-0 bases. But this time it was like, oh, hang on a minute, I haven't got to hit 0-0. That guy's got 1,000 infamy, I can hit him.
Yeah. There was more target. It was more targets. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? There was more targets.
It opened up the game so much. So I think that was genius.
Playing more.
Pardon?
People that weren't getting infamy actually started playing, so it made them come out and play. Whereas they would have stayed 0-0
that as well. I don't never get infamy. They give me 1,000. Well, tough shit. Like it or lump it.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Right, moving forward, guys, because we've had 30 minutes of this. I'm going to read through the 15.09.2. What did I call it on the? I don't think I called it 0.2. It's the release notes, basically, copied and pasted by Kixeye Drake. The following changes and fixes have been applied to May 22nd at 10 AM PDT update. Events, I've got the tab open for that, so I'm not going to read through that. We have got content changes, building sales from Thursday at 12 PM PDT till Tuesday at 10 AM PDT. We'll be having a huge Memorial Day building sale for gold. Oh, yeah, they want money. Gold upgrades here. Here are the discounts. Defensive platforms minus 55%. This is for coin. This isn't time. This is only for coin, I believe. We're having them. Yeah, for gold upgrades. Sorry, I had to reread that. Make sure I read it right. The command center is 30% off. Barricades are 25%. Barricades? What are barricades?
Yeah, walls.
They're free.
Yeah.
They're an instant fucking build, are they not?
No, the walls.
Yeah, but they're free. They're 5 seconds.
I suppose that's if you do a bunch together, it then goes over, doesn't it?
Unless they're talking about the infantry and the tank barricades.
In that building, them new buildings.
Yeah, but they're not
Could it be them?
barricades.
Are they called barricades in there? You know, them big fucking block looking
yeah.
things.
I don't know. They've lost me there. Anyway, bunkers are 75% off. Academy is 30% off. Tech Center is 40% off. Watchtowers are 75% off. Strongholds are 75% off. Drone silos are 75% off. Missile silos are 75% off. Excuse me. Rocket silos are 75% off. Airborne platforms are 75% off. Insulated platforms are 75% off. Reinforced platforms are 75% off. Armoured platforms are 75% off. Heavy platforms are 75% off. Floating heavy platforms are 75% off. Weapons labs is 40% off. Insulated heavy platforms are 75% off. Low wire entanglement are 50%. Dragon's Teeth are 50%. There's only 2 levels to them two, isn't there?
Yeah.
Advanced material bases. This weekend we'll also be doing an extended deploy of advanced material bases to help stock up on the resources needed to upgrade your platforms. These bases will spawn from Thursday to Tuesday to go along with the building sale. They're not going to get no money out of me for this. I'm not really that interested. Go on, Smash. Let me go to the toilet before you go.
Scroll up so we can do the bug fixes while you're gone. I'm sure it just says usual bugs and fixes.
Yeah,
nothing.
general improvements.
Yeah, that's it.
Why don't they oh shit. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I can see they were going on about all like the watchtower and the bunkers and all that. I can see us getting another 5 levels. Because why are they asking?
We got the 5 levels down on the bunkers now that they just gave us.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is crazy. Why don't they up the inventory for these? If this advanced materials is going to be used for as much as what it's being used for now, we use it for the construction building.
Yeah.
We use it for
We need a greater capacity.
yes, for the advanced materials. We need to be able to hold a lot more.
As soon as you do that, they're going to up the price.
Platforms. But if you get up in them platform city, they're like 32,000, 40,000, and you can only hold 50.
Has anything actually used the full amount in one yet?
As soon as they up the amount we can hold, is the second that they up the amount it costs. Be very careful what you ask for. I know Kixeye too well. Kixeye's 101. If they give us another dozer, the building upgrade time's going to double. If they give us another 50,000 advanced materials, the building upgrades are going to cost double the amount.
They did it with the amount of medals we could hold. I'm sure they did. But back when it first came out, we couldn't hold nowhere near 1 million.
10,000.
And people kept saying we want to hold more. The minute they put it up to 1 million, all the prizes all instantly sort of got doubled in price.
Yes, because it's a commodity. It's supposed to be used as tactically. Medals, blood thorium, advanced materials, even your dozer. It's a commodity that Kixeye can charge you for. And if the second they start messing about with that sort of capacity that you hold with the medals used to be 10 when they originally come out. It was 10,000 you could hold. Then it went to 100,000. Then they took it to 1 million.
1 million.
I'm sure they've missed a beat on that because they could have put it into this gold store thing as being like you could buy a second dozer, which takes a day off or something.
Yeah, no, but what you got to understand is, Friendly Fixer said they're looking into doing some building logistics, which is better. That would be better than a second dozer.
Yeah, it's based that. That's what I'm saying is, a second dozer would be basically a logistic that gives you a day off or something.
Yeah,
it doesn't have
an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is.
So they could call it dozer boost or something like to speed it speeds it up for 24 hours or something stupid, couldn't they?
Yeah, you got to be very careful what you ask for off Kixeye because Kixeye. Same with the thorium when it originally came out. You had to hold the bases to collect the thorium. That would cause so many wars. And
and depots as well. They took the depots off the thingy. The arguments caused over fucking thorium and res depots has been like, you know what I mean?
Originally we could hold 1 million thorium.
Oh my depot!
Originally we could hold 1 million thorium. Thorium was a commodity that, if it was used in the upgrade or build of a unit, it would be free.
Yeah.
Now thorium, it doesn't mean free.
Nope.
I think that was lost in translation where the new company took over and they've seen this resource there and thought, how can we use this? Didn't realise it was already supposed to be set in stone, that it was for speeding shit up. They just used it for someone else because they didn't know or they didn't care.
The people that worked at Kixeye didn't leave the company and they didn't employ new people. It was all the same people originally that was working for Kixeye that went over to, or working at War Commander that went over to...
But if the new company took over, they must have had input on what things and they wanted changing and what this and that because they've gone back to the old fucking whale book, haven't they?
None of these people are still front computer. They ain't coders. They're investors. They're bankers. They're people that invest and or try to talk you into investing into their.
Do they not? They not tell the company like we want this done and that done. We need more income. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
I can tell you exactly what they tell War Commander, the people working or the CEO of War Commander. They say you have to earn this much in this next quarter, and if they go under that amount that they want them to earn over a couple of quarters, they will get rid of that guy and they bring someone else in. And they go, you need to earn this much, and the same thing happens. A repeat pattern. This is why we've gone from young Russell to Friendly Fixer. Young Russell obviously didn't meet his quotas, so then Friendly Fixer's coming, and he's pumped us full of all this bullshit that he told us start of the or just before the Christmas or the start of the New Year, and he's the new guy that's now got to meet the quota that Stillfront tell him that he has to meet. That's it.
Yeah. Mind you, the last two or three have come in with this like fucking game plan, like a political fucking party with their agenda, and then it never sticks. It never ever fucking sticks. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. This will be better. That will be better. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. And then you go back and look over what they said they were going to do and what actually happened over that space of time. It's like, yeah, okay.
How much of Friendly Fixers shit is actually bared fruit? They give us a new event, and Drake and one of the cronies there done a podcast pumping it up. The second you hear Drake say something's going to be really cool is the second you know it's going to suck dick, because that's what that guy gets paid to say. And he's done it for the past 3 or 4 years since he's been.
I thought you was going to say.
Well, we already know he sucks dick.
Yeah, I thought you was going to say that's what that guy gets paid to do.
Sucking dick. That's basically all he is. He's there to pump the company up, promote the company. That's all Drake's job is. Drake isn't no one in the game that you should aspire to fucking contact, because he's got no control over the game. He's just a guy that's there he's a community manager. He manages the Discord. He manages things that get put out like this when he copies and pastes these patch notes. That's all Drake is. He's nothing other than that. He's actually he works from fucking the US still. He's not based in Canada. He works from home doing this. Anyway, moving forward. So the advanced material bases will be on the map. The reason why they're going to be on the map is because if you haven't got the advanced materials to upgrade the platforms, they cost like thousands of coins. So that's why they're going to keep the advanced materials on the map. Bug fixes is nothing. General fixes is improvement. Anyone got any bugs that they noticed that maybe should have been fixed?
No, I don't recall any.
Not really. Just the usual ones that are always in there.
Yeah.
Well, I think the start of the events, Kixeye need to make sure the capacity on their servers is up to scratch. I've noticed
that
the
would be
events,
nice.
the starts of the events now are becoming a lag fest.
Yep.
Okay,
That's why I always wait for the next day.
Also, actually having the event actually work properly as well. Because we know when Sector Breach starts, there's going to be issues with the bases being overpowered. There's going to be issues with the lag. There's going to be issues with certain units.
You know what? Thinking about it, I think that's intentional.
Yeah.
I think that's intentional to make us spend. And then Kixeye come along. They think they're riding along on their white horse, being heroes, and they go, "Oh, guys, we've noticed you guys ain't enjoying it." After you've spent like a couple of thousand coin each, or whatever, not a couple of thousand. You know what I'm saying. After you've spent some money, we're going to now drop the event, make it a little bit easier. That's done on purpose.
What they should do, which would be, I don't know, in some respects a good idea, instead of there having this right at the beginning of the event, yeah, okay, you can buy the units. Right, you can buy the unit for like 199 gold, whatever. Do that at the end of the event as well. Like 7 hours at the end of the event for those people who haven't had the opportunity to actually finish the event, they would make more coin because people want the latest unit to finish the game. If they'd done that offer at the end of the event, they would make a lot more money.
Well, they used to have that bit where you could finish off a certain unit with gold to top up the XP, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But they done away with that a while ago.
Yep, they have. Yeah, if you haven't got the full XP, you can't get the unit now.
Yeah, I didn't like that anyway, because the actual gold that cost for a couple of thousand XP was ridiculous. It was like a couple of £100 for like 1,000 missing XP. That was silly. But you're right. Offer the unit at the beginning of the event, and then offer the unit at the end of the event. Once people, because then people have got the idea if the unit's any good or not, and that probably would boost the coffers a little bit at Kixeye.
You've got those at the beginning of the event who can't play the event over the weekend. So they can coin it, and then those who have played the event but haven't managed to do it as well as they wanted, and still lacking a few tech or a few units, they can then coin it if the offer was made at the end of the event.
Yeah.
So it would be a win-win for Kixeye.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't like the fucking fact that it's coin, but it is what it is.
Yeah. This is the way it's going. We know it's the way it's going. We know it's the way the company are basically orientating this game. It's all going to be about coin,
money based. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as a player, that would give me I could go right. I'm not going to play Sunday because I want to do something with my life. I know at the end of the event there's going to be an 8-hour offer. What units I haven't got, I can buy.
Yeah. Did you notice how bad the fucking are? Oh, excuse me. Them bombards. How good did they look in that event?
They were useless.
No, if you got them to a decent level, they were good in the event we got them from.
Oh,
people were running through that event, free repair. If they spent some coin on them bombards,
got to level 10.
As soon as that event finished, you go use them bombards in the shadow ops.
Yeah,
took you 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah,
they're scumbags. They really are.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward, so we've got the May 2025 sector breach. This starts tomorrow, 1800 hours GMT. We should be live for that as well. Bearing something going wrong my end. Featuring the new Warlord Yamato parts. Warlord Yamato.
I thought that was a battleship myself, but
Yamamoto.
Yamato.
Yeah, it was a
Yamamoto.
You put 2
Admiral.
M's in it, Smash.
Oh Lord.
Yamamoto.
No, it's Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. I like the way I say it. Upgrade tokens, Deadly Resolve, Split Stream Shells, and Final Act for the Warlord Yamato. Yamamoto. That don't sound right.
No.
Deadly Plating.
I just said it's Yamato. Yamato.
Alron Roll and Thermobaric Compound Tech for the Legendary Oni MKIII. Warlord Ramirez part. So if you missed the Ramirez, you can pick it up this event. I've had a lot of people ask me about the Ramirez. It's at level 10, which I've got it to. For me, it's just another Humvee. I don't think it improves anything that vastly, personally, but it's worth getting. Warlord Ramirez upgrade tokens. All-wheel drive, dirt drift, and crank it up tech for the Warlord Ramirez. So everything's available for him. This starts on the 23rd at 10 a.m. May 23rd at 10 a.m. PDT. Ends May 27th at 10 a.m. PDT. Store closes on May 28th at 10 a.m. PDT. And this is the Yamamoto, as Smash would say it.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
I was gonna say tomato, but someone's already said it in the chat.
Yeah, they said it in the side chat.
It is the name of a Japanese warship, I believe.
The Admiral. It was the Japanese Admiral that I think
massive aircraft hangar, wasn't it? Or was it a battleship? Yeah. No, battleship, whatever. And
I believe he done the battle formation for the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
There was 3 of them. One of them got built. One of them was almost completed, and one was just in the beginning thingies. And the Allied forces smashed the shit out of it with fucking sub-torpedoes, battleships, and fucking planes, and they never bothered finishing the second one. They just they ended up converting it to something else.
Yeah, because they waved the right flag, didn't they?
They thought it was going to be fucking like the be-all and end-all of like battleships, and it would have been if it was given half a chance, but they never gave it a chance. They just bombed the shit out of it.
Right, description.
Yes.
Yamato is a fierce warrior, disciplined, focused, and committed. He also likes fucking. Where do they get this shit from? He also likes pineapple, guys, by the way, and he takes a shit in a bucket.
Pizza. He likes it on his pizza.
And on Tuesday nights, he calls himself Mandy.
Yeah.
Fucking
He
hell.
gives himself a pineapple eminer.
Yeah. And he does karaoke.
And that's
Is
what
there a
she
reason
said.
why they said he likes pineapple?
Oh, Lord have
Why?
mercy.
Because City also likes enemas?
I
like-
know, it fires pineapples. We've
I
had
like-
fucking tomahawks. It fires pineapples.
No, he puts no. Basically, he flies with a pineapple up his arse.
Ty
Oh,
says it's
okay.
also a soup and a ketchup.
That's
What,
weird. But
Yamato?
okay.
I guess.
Motto.
Yeah, they say the Y's had actually pronounced a T. That's what somebody's saying.
Oh, I don't give a fuck how
That
they
makes it a
pronounce it. I
tomato.
pronounce it the way I pronounce it. You ain't learned nothing yet, have you?
We'll call it the tomato.
We'll find something else to call it. Watch.
You guys just see my cheats.
Yamato.
How did I do that?
Yamato.
Yamato. There you go.
Right,
There you go.
it's a Generation Arc 1 unit. Factionless, legendary. Type light aircraft. Weapon firebombs. Targets ground. Damage type bombs fire. Size is 300. Hit points or health points at level 1 is 100,000. Hit points or health points at max level is 140,000. DPS at level 1 is 7,500. DPS at max level is 15,000. I think that's the same as the. So it's not a stronger unit than the Unis, really, is it? I think the Unis are the same. This is supposed to be a hero version of the Unis.
So it should be stronger than the Unis.
Double 3 times here, man. Max speed is 12. Max range is 150. Talents. Level 1 talent at 75% health takes 60% reduced damage from all sources. Immune from turncoat. I didn't think the missionaries turncoat air anyway.
No, I didn't think so at all.
I don't think they do.
It's just for ground, isn't it?
It's a grenade.
Yeah.
They throw a grenade. They got a chance to throw a grenade at level 20.
That-
Tell me you don't play your game without telling me you don't play your game. Put this shit in there.
Unless
Apple?
they got something coming along.
pen. You got an apple. You
Oh,
got a
sorry, guys,
pen.
I
A
hate
pineapple.
screen share. But that makes no sense. Immune to turncoat. The missionaries do not, as far as I'm aware, they do not fire grenades at air or throw grenades at air.
WC Thunder says the Ramirez was the same too, almost identical to the regular Humvee.
Well
Yeah.
then.
That's what I said. The Ramirez is just another Humvee in your squad. There is one tech that makes him a little bit better, which is he speeds up the other Humvees by 20 or 30%.
This is what it looks like. They're doing it again. They're taking shit away from everything. Like they're making a basic unit, like calling it a hero, but then depending on what tech you put on it, buffs the other ones. It hasn't got its own like thingy anymore, so it's not going to be used as a single unit like a lot of these heroes we use.
No,
Yeah,
he's got to
you've
be
got-
mixed
It's
with
going to be
the other.
useless unless you put it in with these other
Yeah.
units, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
basically.
Hey, City Generator said Skirmish's new unit is called City.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. I'd rather him not, to
Hey,
be honest.
we have City. We got him. We have him. What do they call that? Copyrighted or copy? What do we call
I
that?
should have copyrighted the name, you're right.
We should. We should. You know,
Right.
so we got him under wraps here.
And also at level
Oh,
1, it's
yeah.
got a chance to drop napalm, which is basically the fire bomb.
Fire.
Zone's armor up takes 50% less damage for 5 seconds after the first time damage is taken. Guys, watch this, because this is bullshit. But right here, hang on. I can fucking highlight it without jumping up. What you're going to see, and if Kixeye do this again, they did it last sector breach, is bullshit. The 50% less damage taken for 5 seconds after taking damage for the first time in battle. If your unit enters the battlefield and it's got the green bar above it, you're not getting the 50%. Because Kixeye have designed it, and they're trying to play a little con trick on us, so we don't get that 50% armor up for 5 seconds. If your unit comes into the battle damaged already, without you've got it fully repaired in your base, and it is damaged, that's a Kixeye con, and you need to jump on the Discord and call them out for that shit. They keep pulling that shit all time and time again, and it annoys me. Anyway, level 10 gains a 20% chance to evade 50% damage, ignores turbulence. That's at level 10. Level 20, Legendary Oni MKIIIs within 400 range deal 20% more damage, plus 100% damage versus infantry. Okay. Mission description. You guys want to discuss that? Oh.
What one was it you said? Because on mine it's showing the top.
If you're on Discord, you can watch it there.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Right, I personally think we should basically bombard Kixeye's Discord for a city unit that instead of like the warrior, instead of throwing fucking tomahawks, it throws cans of beer.
Oh shit!
Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, and it's called the city. I
He's
think
got to
that'd
be City's monster.
Yeah,
He has to be City's monster.
Drink one, throw one. Drink one, throw one.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, as it throws one, you can see the other arm lifting up to drink one. I think we should all vote for that.
I think we ought to vote to get rid of that damn retaliation and put back the Warpath.
What do you mean, hold up? That's what it replaced.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah. So did you hear that, Siddy? What the new unit should be?
What?
Right, so we got the warrior that throws tomahawks.
Yeah.
Right, the new unit's going to be called the City, and he throws a can of beer and then drinks one.
And then that's the wander off over the other side of the map to take a piss every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until everybody there.
And the turret should be named after. No, and the turret should be named after Drake. Each one to have a new name though.
He's got a pet dog called Drake.
He's flame pissing on everything as he's walking to the side to have a bigger piss.
And he's got to be your monster that you have.
The snake.
Under the bed?
Bub's brother.
I think
Bub's drinking pal.
I think Bub was Kixeye trying to call me. That was my unit. Right, anyway, mission description. Sharkish cloning technology has been used on player bases, creating rogue player bases, and it's up to the sector commanders to push them out. Players will hit PvE bases that are a copy of player bases with the assault platoons in order to earn Sector Breach XP in the Sector Breach store. I guarantee I'll get 5 messages. I can't hit this base, I can't hit it. And I go, bro, you've got to put them into the assault platoons.
Yeah.
It always happens.
And there's going to be epic turrets. There's going to be epic rail launchers.
Yeah, and more than what we can actually hold in our base. Yeah. Which is a total of, how many heavy turrets is there? 6? 8?
6.
6.
And they have like 24 of them in the base.
Yeah.
Probably.
So they're not copies. They're not copies of player bases.
No.
Just remember that. It's just Kixeye.
Well, even if they have the epic turrets in them,
they're souped up copies of player bases. They're souped up copies of player bases.
Yeah, and they could get away with murder by saying that, but they didn't. They said they're copies of player bases.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward. So use your units to play through the General set or the Conqueror set to earn Sector Breach XP with the Assault Platoon option. Sets can be completed in any order and pay out bonus XP cash. The Conqueror set will test your might, but will pay out more XP than the General set. Choose the set that best fits your power level. You can hit targets multiple times and wins will count towards future set completions. So you won't be penalised for hitting a target again. That's bog standard. Everyone should know that by now, but here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think I've got it memorized.
Which they should do on every bloody event.
They almost do, except for what is it? Shit ops.
Yeah.
Ops?
Shit ops, which is strike ops.
Like you said at the beginning.
Yeah. Which was retaliation or retardation before that.
Right.
General base will award you a 5,500 XP, and General 2 is the same. General free base awards you 10,000, and the General base completion bonus rewards you a 40,000. You can hit the targets any order. So you can hit 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, any order. As long as you hit them in an order, the final base will pay out the bonus XP. Same with the Conqueror set. Conqueror 1 awards you 17,000 and 2. Conqueror 3 will award you 30,000, and completion in any order again is 100,000 bonus XP. Will, you was going to say something?
No.
Okay.
My mic was playing up.
No worries. Sector Breach
I had to
store.
answer the door.
Not a problem, mate. Right, you got items, redemption limit, and XP costs. So you got Warlord Yamato, which is 80 parts, 12,500 a pop. That seems dear. Oh no, Warlord Yamato times 4 is 20. You got to buy it 20 times, 50,000 a pop. Or Yamato parts and only buy the 10 times is 125,000, 8 times a pop. Yamato upgraded logistic is 10 times, 125,000 a pop. Deadly Resolves is a one-time buy Yamato tech, and Slipstream Shell and Final Act, they're one times buy, and they're all 500,000 to go. A Demon Plating is for the Uni Mark III, as well as I can't pronounce that. Elron Roll, and Thermobaric Compound. They're 275,000 to go. And you can also get Warlord Ramirez if you didn't have the blood for him, guys. The people that did have the blood for him will be able to take him to 15 this event. You without coin, you'll be able to take him to 10. So you don't want to buy the 1 and 4 parts. You want to buy the 10. You got to buy them 8 times, 125,000 to go. And Ramirez upgrade token, you can buy 20. So we can get him to. We can take him to 20 this event if we've already bought him. Correct?
Yes, it'd be 15 if no, it won't even be 15, will it?
20.
Yeah. If you just get it this event, it'll be 15. If you've already got him to 10, then another 20 will take him to 20. Extra 10 levels.
Right, so I got that wrong. You will be able to take him to 15 this event, but if you already purchased him with the blood for him, you'll be able to take him to 20, and that's 125,000 a go. All-wheel drive Ramirez, dirt drift, and crank it up. Ramirez tech, all 500,000 XP a pop. Will, I think you've got the math on that, have you not?
Yeah, sadly,
Please,
if you do the general bases, you've got to do complete round 75 times. If you're able to do the Conqueror bases, it's 20. Yeah, that's it. 28 times. So I'm just trying to do it from memory.
Is that only including the Uni's tech?
Right. So that is the Yamamoto. His upgrade tokens. His tech and the only tech. That is not including the Ramirez. So if you have to get the Ramirez, then obviously you're going to have to do more rounds. Also, if you've already got the Ramirez and need to get the 20 tokens, you're going to have to do more rounds. All I've done is calculated just for the stuff that they've advertised, not what we believe will be coming out.
Right. Thank you, bro.
So over the 4 days, it's about 7 rounds a day. So
if you could take it over the 4 days,
yeah.
I want to get this day done in day 1. Use it or lose it will be 24 hours long. Please be sure to redeem your prizes by 10 a.m. PDT on Wednesday, May the 28th. Someone was going to say something then. Okay.
Wasn't me.
Prize description: Demon plating, Legendary Oni MKIII tech. This is reduces damage from infantry by 30%. Slot plating. Faction defense costs 275,000. I'm not sure I'm saying this right. Alron Roll, Legendary Oni MKIII tech again. Effects gains 20% chance to evade, 50% damage. It's like Alron.
Aileron?
Yeah. One of them ones I'm not sure. It's one of them ones we need Cobra. But
it's Aileron.
I had to. I'm afraid to say I had to sack Cobra. He was getting on my tits.
I was going to say, where is he?
Oh, no, that's lies. That's a lie.
He got deported.
He got on me fucking tits so much that I said, you know what? Go fucking suck your mum. And he went, okay,
no,
I
you
will.
Did not. You did not.
His mum phoned me up today to give him a sick note.
Oh my goodness.
Now that I believe.
Is that to ask if you're coming round again?
What, for a visit?
Welcome, Cheeky Chops, bro. Right, so slot faction defense costs 275,000. Thermobaric compound, Legendary Oni MKIII tech again. Attacks add the Attacks add the busted status, make buildings 20% more. Let me read that again. Attacks add the busted status and make buildings take 20% more damage from ground units. Slot munitions, faction offense, 275,000. That's interesting, guys.
Yeah, if it means you got to have ground units in as well as the Onis for that one to work.
No, if you can kill them with if you can kill bunkers, towers, stronghold with the Onis, they won't spawn anything.
Yeah, no, not the busted status bit, the other bit.
Yeah, so
to make buildings take 20% more damage from ground units.
Yeah, but you only.
But it's an air tech that's making the ground units you've got in there do more damage. The busted status makes bunkers and things stop spitting out.
Yeah, that's
units,
all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the 20% more damage. I'm worried about that busted status.
Oh, okay.
Because that's very important. Any unit that's got busted status normally carries over for a while. Let's hope, fingers crossed, these new anti-air units they're giving out ain't that good. But yeah, I'm not upset with this tech. I'm actually, the busted status makes sense. But we can, only time will tell. So we've got Deadly Resolved, Warlord Yamato. Effects on Legendary Oni MKIII death. Take 40% less damage for 3 seconds. Slot response system. Right, okay. So the Yamato takes 40% less damage for 3 seconds. Am I reading that right? On the death of a Oni MKIII. Anyone?
I don't. Let me see. Hang on a minute. Let me look.
It does look like you said it correct.
I think you did. Yes.
Yeah. So it's the hero takes 40% less damage for 3 seconds every time an Oni MKIII dies for 3 seconds.
There you go.
That's interesting. Faction defense costs 500,000. Slipstream shell again. Yamato tech. Yamato and all Legendary Oni MKIIIs take 20% less damage from all sources. Slot maneuvering function defense costs 500,000. By the sounds of this, you don't want to put this Yamato in head first. It ain't. You don't want it to be the first unit into a base. You want some unis out in front of it. That's what I'm gathering. Cost 500,000.
So you'd let the Onis go first, and then you'd let him go.
Split them. Let so many unis go, then Yamato, then so many units
go.
More. Yeah.
Got it.
Well,
So
you could spread your unis out in the base and then send your Yamamoto to the missile jammer to take that out.
If you can see it, yes.
Yeah. And the Onis would be the distraction for everything else.
And then it'd get 40% less damage taken for 3 seconds every time an Uni dies. That's the way I'm reading that one. Anyway, we've got final act. Warlord Yamato. Effects. All Legendary Oni MKIII explode on death, dealing damage to nearby units and buildings.
Well, we haven't had that for a while.
No, I'm thinking Super Valks. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need Super Valks kicks. That's
we haven't had that for a while.
Computer.
I still got some of them built.
Right. This is another tech where you've got to play things differently. I don't know whether I should explain it now or should it do a video later on. I'll explain it now to what these guys... It's 57 in there. Right, basically what you want to do is you want to put Yamato into the base, turn Ruby off and send Yamato off the screen, and then start bringing in your Unis. Every time one of them Unis die, they're gonna crash land and leave an explosion. Why Yamato? You've got to have Yamato alive, I think, for this tech to work. So you want him off the map, out the way, and then bring the Unis in to die and explode the base. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You guys are so lucky. I'm so good looking and fucking good at this game.
Oh my goodness. There goes his head again, and I don't mean the one on his
old
shoulder.
tactics, stuff that we've had years ago.
Yeah. I like it though. I like the thought process put into this.
Yeah. They, like I say, they are trying to make it more tactical again instead of just click Ruby, see you later. I'll come back in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Without a doubt. So yeah, there's going to be a few different tactics that you can use with this Yamato and the Unis to get the best out of them. Right now, I don't think you need to worry about the taking him off map, but further down the line, when Kixeye introduced the anti-air, you can then use the units as suicide bombers kind of thing.
Yeah.
So further down the line, it's going to give it another use. I don't think it's going to be that much of a use as it stands, but only time will tell. Tomorrow we should get our hands on it. I'll click yes, that did help.
Yeah.
I think we've gone through it all, guys. Is there anything you guys want to add or anything you want?
No, I think we've covered quite a lot actually.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty cool unit, I hope.
So I think the new unit now should be called the City. Right, we want the Warrior.
Last thing I want is a unit in the game.
So we want a big fat beer belly, and it throws cans as it's drinking one.
Yeah, Manny said the way you described that is it's aileron.
What, someone's trying to tell me how to fucking pronounce something?
Yeah, I reckon.
You were asking if you were correct in what you said
Times have I
earlier.
ever fucking listened?
It's Aaron, isn't it? Aaron.
I'm going to call it how I fucking see it. A spade's a spade in my eyes.
Well, we do that with every unit.
Exactly.
Then we give it our own name.
I can't say that I'm mad. I wanted to be mad at Kixeye for this, but I didn't read it this morning, so I didn't know what was to come. I'm not mad at this. Some of the stuff on this, there's tactical uses, especially if the unis do become kind of nullified. There's going to be tactical uses where you can use the new what's it called, Yamato, and use it tactically over the fucking course of a few months. So I wouldn't cry that the unis are going to get nerfed. I would more think about how can we utilise Yamato with the unis.
Yeah.
And it's all
really,
about the... Sorry, Will, go on.
Yeah, it's really going to be down to... it's going to be a good PvP tune with the unis, but it also depends on how well we can... what we kind of face in the event bases. Because the event bases are always different.
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll find out how difficult it is, because this is one of the biggest grinds Kixeye's put out.
Yeah.
For a sector breach. We've got tech for 1 unit. We've got a new hero, Warlord.
We've got tech for 2 units.
Yeah, and then we've got the tech for that. And then the people that missed out on Ramirez.
It's tech for that.
Tokens as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it is.
If Kixeye's smart, Kixeye should put out another 10 tokens in the blood for him exchange.
Yeah.
Or even 20, just so we ain't got to grind them out.
Yeah.
What's that? What one is that for? The one that was already in there.
Ramirez, yeah.
Yeah, you should still be able to buy the 30 they should still be in there, surely, no?
Well, oh yeah, we did take it to 30, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
I apologise, guys.
Yes,
I thought we only took it to 10. My bad.
No, there was 30.
If you use fucking live stream, didn't mean shit then.
If you use the Blood Thor, you could take it straight to level 20. They sold you 30 tokens in there.
No, it's Yamato plus draft, Yamato plus upgrade logistics plus tech. And then you've also got to get the tech for the unis as well. So it's quite a bit. It's a bigger grind than normal.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
what
if
else
you've
to
already
say,
got
guys. I want to get my teeth into it. Start the event tonight, Kixeye, please.
Oh,
it
Lord.
does sound interesting.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, they could do that.
Drinking that Kool-Aid again.
Well, they could do that. Give us an extra day. It just means you're not as rushed, doesn't it, over the weekend? People have things to do sometimes, you know what I mean?
Don't tell him that.
I'm a fucking saddo. All I've got to do is play War Commander and jerk myself off, you know what I mean? I ain't got nothing else to do other than that.
Sometimes at the same time.
Yep.
Animal, they can't get an event right anyway, and they've got fucking days to do it. Fucking rushing them 24 hours earlier, fucking hell, we'd be lucky if anything works.
Especially after Teddy gets in there.
Well, they didn't have any bug fixes to fix this time round, did they?
I don't think...
Not that they told us about them anyway.
I think that more to the point is making sure they've got enough server capacity for the players that are coming in to play especially Warpath, because Warpath's always fucking through the roof.
Being able to buy stuff as well, like you try and buy stuff in the event and you can't buy it because it limits you, like, but you're allowed to buy 10 and it only lets you have 2. That needs to, like, stuff like that needs to be fixed.
Or the number says that there's 20 still to buy, but you've already got, say, 10 or 12 or something, and then when you buy them, it only gives you fucking 8 of them. Yeah. So why was that number so high? Why did it let you spend all that XP, and then it's like because they weren't available?
I feel like
you have to double check how many you've got built, or how many you've already bought, even if you haven't built them, and then find out how many you're allowed to own from one of these things where, like what we've just done here, where it tells you how many you can have, and then only buy the ones you're allowed. Don't waste your XP on just going like click to the maximum, because a lot of the time they've actually got the numbers wrong, and they overcharge you for ones that you can't have. Yep.
Yeah, especially when they give it like on the previous event where when you do the mission track and you get one of the units and you get one of the upgrades. So you're thinking, oh, you still need 20, but you've already been given 5. So it will only let you have 5.
Yeah, that's shit, that is.
But they're telling you, oh, no, you can have 10, you can have 10.
Yeah,
no,
so it needs to be changed on their end.
Yeah. That's a bloody bug. I don't know.
Frustrating, that is.
Yeah.
Because you bought 5 and it says you can buy another 5. You use the 5 and then you can't buy no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I need to fix. And they need to make sure next main event as well that when you play the first track, we actually get the fucking build logistics.
Yeah.
Because last time I never got them.
Yep.
I think I got 2 of the 5.
Yeah, I've got to say I was lucky. I got actually all 5, but I suppose I'll get a check from Kixeye soon.
I think Kixeye are going to send me a check tonight because I've blown smoke up their arsehole.
Yeah, I've got to say it does look promising. It does look
It's going to be a
promising.
fucking. It's
Smoke
gonna,
up the asshole?
by the way, guys, that ain't no codes. It's just me YouTube shit. It's going to be a grind as fuck. It's going to be horrible. The best thing to do is just put your head down if you've got a couple of hours spare and just go for it. And get it done as quickly as you possibly can. And then go out and use it in PvP because you've got a 50% repair reduction over Sector Breach. You can use Sector Breach like another Warpath because of the repair reduction. Get it done. I'm not saying spend coin, but get it done as far as ASAP, and then go out and enjoy it. Right, guys, I think we're done. I'm gonna go with the shout outs, and I'm gonna start bottom to top this time. Why didn't that do that? And I'm gonna start off with Brandy Jinx, please.
Yeah. Be careful what you say in chat and have fun and see you next time.
Thank you. Will, come on. I know you want to talk about Palace. Say it all.
Come here.
What was that?
his team won it with their first cup in their whole
in
existence.
120
So
years.
congratulations to Crystal Palace. I'd prefer them winning it than City.
Yeah. A fucking London team winning it. Fuck it.
More amazing is fucking Tottenham won a cup. They have to fucking dust off their fucking little cupboard.
Animal, we weren't.
They got to find the cupboard first.
Yes, I mean they've got to find it, clean it, and then have a new lock put on it because no one knows who's got the key because they've not needed one before.
Yeah.
Well, not since 2008.
Ouch.
But anyway, thanks for coming along, listening to us drivel on. Looking like could be a good event, but don't spend all time playing it. Spend time with your family, and God bless and up the Eagles!
Smash,
Yes.
Hey, don't miss our show tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 midnight UK. We're gonna have a pretty good turnout, I believe. And just like he said, come watch them tomorrow and do the event the easy way instead of killing all your stuff. Watch us kill ours. And good luck, everybody. Take care.
Thank you, Smash. Rainy Bow, excuse me, you still there?
I'm still there. I just want to say thanks for the show and the vids that everybody makes and all the fun. And that's me done.
Thank you. Animal.
What we doing? Oh,
Cool, that's.
Thanks everyone for coming. Enjoy yourselves tomorrow. It won't obviously be as much fun as everyone's just had on Warpath, but it could be if you're still attacking bases, I suppose. Yeah, don't spend too much time. Enjoy your family, and if it's sunny, get out and fucking get some fresh air. Thanks for having me, and see you all later.
Thank you, bro.
Take care.
Right, guys, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that tomorrow's going to be fun. I don't think it's going to be much fun. I think it's going to be a heavy grind. But I think the reward might, and this is me crossing my fingers, might be worthwhile. So if you can get the stuff that you need, I would probably go with Yamato first and all its tech. I wouldn't worry about Ramirez if you haven't got him. As I say, Ramirez feels like just another Humvee. It doesn't feel nothing special. So Yamato is where you want to be. But yeah, hopefully the event isn't too much bother. Other than that, hopefully everyone's safe, and we'll see you tomorrow, 1800 hours GMT, and Smash is live later on tonight, midnight UK time. Go and join her if you're up. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
You go.
See you
Be
later.
there or be somewhere else.
Or asleep.